Welcome to Unit 2, Lesson 4. Today you're going to learn how to add decimals. When adding decimals, it's really not any different than adding whole numbers, except for one very key thing. You can only add decimals if you rewrite your problem standing up and line up your decimals while you're rewriting it. There's a really easy way to do that too. Here we have two numbers with whole numbers and decimals. This is 3 and 4 hundredths, and this is 4 and 23 hundredths. First step to adding these two decimals is to rewrite this problem standing up, very much like I used to tell you when we were adding fractions. So we're going to rewrite the problem, 3.04. Of course, we're adding two numbers, and we could choose to write 4 and 23 hundredths first. You have that choice if you like. And then we're going to add the 4 and 23 hundredths underneath. The very first thing I'm going to do, and this is the first thing you should always do, is put the decimal. Add that decimal first thing, and then start filling in the numbers. The only digit to the left of the decimal is a 4, and the digits to the right are the 2 and the 3. We need to make sure that our hundredths are lined up. Our 4 is lined up with our 4 hundredths is lined up with our 3 hundredths, and our tenths, our 0 tenths and our 2 tenths, and they are lined up. And now we can just set off on adding. When adding, you add the same way you've always added. We start from the right and move to the left. So we start with 4 and 3, which is 7, 0 and 2, which is 2, and when we get to this decimal, we bring it straight down and then continue adding. 3 plus 4 is 7. Our final answer is 7 and 27 hundredths. Let's try another example. Here we have 16 and 3 hundredths plus 2 and 12 thousandths. First step, rewrite the problem standing up. Doesn't matter which number you start with. I'll start with the first number. Second number, put the decimal first. Decimal first, decimal first. Please put the decimal first. You will find it, you will never have a problem lining up your numbers if you put the decimal first. Then plug in your numbers. To the left of the decimal is a 2. To the right of the decimal is a 0, a 1, and a 2. Draw your line, put your sign. And now, because we have two numbers with different number of digits in them, this one has 4 digits, this one also has 4 digits, but this one only has 2 digits after the decimal, and this one has 3. Whenever you have this kind of problem, or in the front we have 2 digits for our whole number and only 1, that means that you're going to have some empty spaces when you're done lining up your numbers. That's okay. Empty spaces are the exact same thing as nothing, so we can fill those empty spaces in with zeros. And when you're adding, that's not even necessary to do that. But when subtracting, you do need to put those zeros in. When adding, 0 plus 2 is the same as 2 plus 0, so it's not going to make a difference. But when subtracting, it will make a big difference. If you leave them blank when subtracting, you will forget that there is a 0 there, and you will probably end up putting the wrong answer. Now let's add from right to left. 0 plus 2 is 2. 3 plus 1 is 4. 0 plus 0 is 0. Decimal, straight down. 6 and 2 is 8. 1 and 0 is 1. Final answer, 18 and 42 thousandths. Now I'd love to show you some more problems to practice with, but the truth of the matter is it doesn't get any harder than this. If you follow the steps, rewriting the problem standing up, putting the decimal first on your second number so you don't misalign your numbers, and adding properly, that's all there is to it. Please complete now page 46, numbers 14 through 17. You do not have to do number 18. Use the steps that I showed you here. All of these are word problems, but they're all addition of decimal word problems.